contribution to society. Here's another key phrase: all work is good. You may not like your job, but if it's the stepping stones to get you to where you want to go, you got to appreciate your job. You don't have to have a passion for your job. Here's the ultimate passion: a passion for incredible success. You don't look down on some menial job you have to do to finally get you to where you want to go. No job is menial. No job is not, every job is noble.
So sometimes in life you learn new things by experiencing new things, and most of the time when you are in set moment or in set situation, you don't realize that you are learning something new. It's only when you are looking back in hindsight that you understand why certain puzzle pieces fit together so well. So let me set the stage for you guys. Let me start out with this story where it all began. So let's go back to September 2017. 2017 was somewhat of a reset year, and the reason for that is I didn't really know what I wanted to do. So in order for myself to make it clear, I took a step back and I thought about the things that I really wanted to do or the things I really wanted to pursue. After some thinking, I came up with 3 main things that are still relevant till this day, and those 3 things are starting my own photography/videography business, starting my own YouTube channel, and lastly but certainly not least is finishing my school so I can get my degree. So this was the game plan for me. This was the game plan I came up with. Those were the things that I wanted to achieve, I wanted to pursue. So now that I know what the game plan actually is, I also know what I was set out to do. With such a game plan, you need a lot of focus and determination. And naturally, as a person, I am very determined and very focused when it comes to pursuing my goals. So I wasn't really worried about that. But we have to establish something, because when you try to achieve a certain goal, you need a certain amount of focus. But what I was doing in my personal situation, I was trying to pursue and achieve 3 different goals. And a person has a set amount of focus. This was the amount of focus I had every single day. So every single day I needed to divide my focus between my goals, so that I was focused on every single goal instead of just one and letting the other 2 on the back burner. What I did was spread out my focus across my goals. So now my focus is equally split and equally divided across my goals. But after a year, things weren't as equal as we started out with. So as time moved on, I worked on all of my goals, but the difference was I was far more interested, far more passionate, far more invested in starting my own business and learn how to start my own business and starting my own YouTube channel and the things I needed to know before I was going to start my YouTube channel. Those things interested me far more than school, if I'm being fair. So I started to get better at photography. I started to get better at videography. The things that I had in my mind all those times, the things that I wanted to create, I could actually do that because I had the knowledge and I slowly gathered the gear to be able to do that. And I also learned a lot of things about starting a business, how to run one, and the things you could do to help yourself be a better business owner. So all of those things made my passion grow much more for them, and naturally my focus shifted more towards those things than school. So after a year, my determination and focus for school started to decline. the time, it felt really great. I found my two passions, which was YouTube and starting my own business. And I was really motivated. I was really willing to go into this and go extra hard than I was previously doing. So I was very determined, very focused, but to another level. But you can do so much as a person. So the more determination, the more focus, the more motivation, the more inspiration went to those two goals. My other goal I neglected as a whole, and not neglected in the sense of I did nothing to do it, but I did the bare minimum, and I'm talking about school. I approached school with less focus, less determination, less motivation, and I was very laid back about it. And yes, I did get the grades I needed to pass on to the next semester, but the way how I approached school after a year was very bad. And it came to a point where school felt like a chore to me. Fast forward to April 2021. At this point in time, I'm in my last year of school, and I have a little bit of a delay in my school year because one, I didn't find any internship company before the deadline date. So all this time I was trying to find a company where I could do my internship, but because of my very bad approach towards school, but also because of the COVID-19 situation, those two combined were just a disaster. So at the same point in time, YouTube and my own business were doing very well because both of them I had for a year back at that time. So YouTube and my own business existed for a year now, while school was suffering massively. So a couple of days later, around the 10th of April, I found an internship company where I could do my internship, and it was a really great company. And at that time I was thinking to myself, okay, I need to juggle YouTube, I need to juggle my own business and my internship at the same time. At that point in time, I was thinking to myself, am I able to do it? And the answer I gave myself was, why wouldn't you be able to do that? But as you guys could see, I couldn't do it. For the past 3 months, you guys have seen that I couldn't do it. I wasn't capable of doing that. Not only time-wise, because I was at my internship for like 8, 9, and sometimes even 10 hours a day, which is... I didn't have the time to do it. And I didn't have the mental / physical / emotional energy to do it because I was so tired. It took a lot of energy from me to work on this internship, and don't get me wrong, the internship was amazing and I've learned a lot of stuff over there, but it was just a demanding internship. After my last video, I quickly realized that I couldn't do it, and this was the moment where I realized the past 3 years I looked at school in a wrong perspective, I should say. I saw school as something that was in my way, like an obstacle. I needed to pass the obstacle to be able to do the things that I want to do. But looking from this perspective at school is not the right way to look at it. School was more of a stepping stone because I knew that if I got my degree, it would grant me all the time in the world to make YouTube videos for you guys and work on my business. So 1.5 months into my internship, I realized that, okay, I couldn't do it. I wasn't able to juggle school, YouTube, and my business at the same time. So when I realized this, I decided to focus all of my energy, all of my emotional energy, all of my physical energy into my internship. So I looked at school from the perspective of, this is a stepping stone, because I know that if I finish school and I get my degree, I have all the time in the world to make YouTube videos and work on my business. So that is why I focus all of my energy into school, in my internship, and not on YouTube and my business for at least 1.5 months, because that was the point where I realized I looked at it the wrong way. I needed to focus and I needed to finish this goal. I needed to achieve this goal I have set 3 years ago in order to come a step closer to have all the time in the world to achieve and pursue those two other goals. So this is what I've learned. I've learned that sometimes you have to do the things you don't really want to do, the things that you aren't passionate about, in order to come a step closer to the things that you want to do. So instead of school being in my way, it was a stepping stone, because now I can physically feel and mentally feel that I now have much more time, less stress, and much more focus and much more energy to pursue those other two goals. All the things I've learned. With all of that being said, I hope you guys like this video. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment down below if you have been in a similar situation, or if you have any thoughts on this topic. I'm back, I'm happy, much more videos coming in your way, and I want to thank everybody who has been supporting the channel while I was gone, because I have grown a lot in terms of subscribers, but also in terms of views and watch hours. So thank you all. You all are amazing. And the mic is continuously bumping into my chin. It's annoying. With that being said, I see you guys in the next video.